Welcome to Mathwino. Solve the system of equations about m and n. M squared minus n squared equals 9. M times n equals 6. How wonderful it is. However, it's not easy to solve. So, by using which method can we solve it? Easily, of course. The left-hand side, maybe want to say, there's a likelihood of using m plus n all squared or m minus n all squared, the binomial formulas. However, you got it wrong. Why? The problem is the sign in front of n squared is minus. It is negative, not positive. So here is a problem. Then what should you do? Now, the left-hand sides are so strange. Ignore them. Have a look at the right-hand sides. 9 and 6. Their greatest common factor is 3. However, this information doesn't help us. Maybe we can use this thing. The smallest common multiple. 9 times 2 is equal to 6 times 3. This information will help us a lot. Now let's use it. So now we know that 9 times 2 is 18 and 6 times 3 is also 18. So that means 9 times 2 is equal to 6 times 3. Very good. We know that 9 is equal to m squared minus n squared. And 6 is m times n. The left-hand side of the first equation times 2 is equal to the left-hand side of the second equation times 3. So easy. Actually, with a bracket. M squared minus n squared times 2 is equal to 6 is m times n and then times 3. So nice! And then what should you do? Of course, expanding. M squared times 2. 2 times m squared minus 2 times n squared is equal to m times n and times 3. It is 3m n. So nice. Then the right-hand side is ugly. I only like 0. Thus, subtract 3mn from the both hand sides, and then you can get 2 times m squared minus 3mn. I'm going to write it first, and then minus 2 times n squared is equal to 0. It looks so nice. For dealing with this equation, which method shall we use? We subtracted 3mn from the both hand sides, so now the left-hand side, the right-hand side is 0. What can I do about it? If the left-hand side was a product, then the right-hand side is 0. It will be perfect. Then this term is 0 or this term is 0. Which method have you thought up? Factorization, of course. Now we have a new problem. Can the left-hand side be factorized or not? If not, we have a trouble. Now, negative 3 times mn. So therefore, I think it is easy. This 2 times m squared, it can be factorized as m and then times 2m. Negative 2 times n squared, negative 2n, n times n. Since here is negative 3mn, so I've given this negative sign to this 2n. So therefore, what can we get? M times n plus negative 2n times 2m. So what's it? It is actually negative 3mn. The factorization is actually m minus 2n and then times 2m plus n. The right hand side, 0. So now, successful. The left hand side, a product. The right hand side, 0. Then we have two cases. Normally, however, for this question, it is abnormal. M minus 2n, it can be 0. Here comes a problem with 2m plus n equals 0. The question is, can 2m plus n be equal to 0 or not? 5 seconds for reflecting. The answer is absolutely not. 2m plus n, it cannot be equal to 0. Oh, maybe you have a question. Why not? I'm going to explain it to you now. Look, the second equation says m times n is equal to 6. We know that 6, it is positive. So what does positive mean? A product is positive. A product of two numbers is positive. It means these two numbers are either both positive or both negative. That means m and n are either both positive or negative. So there are two cases. The first case, m positive, n positive. The second case, m is negative and n is negative as well. So when m and n are both positive, 2m plus n must be positive. It cannot be 0. When m and n are both negative, 2m plus n should also be negative. It cannot be 0. It cannot be 0. So it is explained. So easy. Understand? Then continue solving it. There is only one case. That is when m minus 2n equals 0. Of course, m is equal to 2n. Everybody knows that. Substitution. Into which term or into which equation? Of course, into our second one. It is also okay into our first equation, however, I prefer second one. Here we can get 2n times n equals 6. What does it mean? 2 times n squared is 6. 2 times n squared is 6, then n squared is of course 3. Now, n squared is 3. We can solve for n. N has two possibilities. In 1, it is square root of 3. And 2, it is negative square root of 3. So then, of course, m has also two possibilities. Here, m is equal to 2 times n. So, m1 is 2 times square root of 3, m2 is negative 2 root 3. So there are only two cases, there are only two pairs of solutions. Mn is equal to root 3 2 times root 3, or negative root 3 negative 2 times root 3. I'm so sorry I didn't write it so straight. Oh. Did you get it? And don't forget to give me some thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and we see you next time. Bye bye.